Well, Alan Shepard, John Glenn, Neil Armstrong. These are just some big names who were big pioneers of spaceflight.
In order to give the full history lesson of the first space flights, we can't leave out the first living beings that went to space before humans ever did.
We talked about this a little the other day. Turns out animals and insects outnumber humans who've been to space. And News 6 space reporter Emily Speck, host of the Edward Murrow award-winning podcast Space Curious, congratulations by the way, wanted to find out what happened to these creatures and how they paved the way for missions to come. And she's here in studio. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Great. Good to see you.
So why did you choose this particular topic for your latest podcast?
Well, I actually didn't choose it at all. It was a listener submission question, and we had a couple really good questions. I'm getting them all the time. You can submit them at spacecurious.show. And we had so many good questions, I put them up to a vote. And this was the winning question. It came from Maureen Coral. She lives in Titusville. And so she wanted to know what happened to a particular spider that went to the International Space Station. And that kind of sent me down this meandering path.
I'm impressed you remembered that spider.
I did not. I definitely had to look it up. There have been quite a few spiders in space, actually, but Nefertiti the spidernaut is definitely one of the more well-known spiders.
That's awesome.
And there have been many animals besides spiders, insects. I mean, tell us more about the variety that has been up there.
Yeah, if you name it, they've probably been there. I was really surprised at how many animals have been. We're talking about hundreds, right? And we're talking about dogs, about 40 dogs. Only one cat has been to space, so I think that says something. Bunnies, like rabbits, have been to space. Insects, we're talking flies, lots of mice, I think one bat. Definitely lots of insects, a few cockroaches, many, many flies. The list kind of goes on.
I think Central Florida love bugs should be next, right?
Ugh,
Yeah. Well, how did animals kind of pave the way then for humans? So how did that all work?
That's right. So I mentioned about 40 dogs have been to space. So the Soviet Union kind of paved the way with sending dogs to space. And these dogs, these space dogs, kind of became legendary. They were some of the first creatures in space ever. So it was pretty amazing to learn a little bit more about their stories. And you're actually seeing a picture here right now of one of the descendants of those space dogs. This is Strelka, who was a space dog. This is her daughter, one of her descendants, who was gifted to JFK.
Wow.
So pretty.
Do they have little spacesuits?
They did.
Oh.
Yeah, like some of them did have little spacesuits, which were pretty cute. So a few of them did, and a couple of these space dogs actually went to space quite a few times, so they kind of developed these spacesuits over time. And you can actually see pictures of these dogs in their spacesuits at supercluster.com, where that database is.
Oh my gosh, maybe Jake has a new Halloween costume idea. He'd be a space dog, but I'm not actually going to let him go. So for insight on this episode, you brought in Jamie Carrera from Space Cluster. So what is Space Cluster?
So it's supercluster.com, and they actually have it's an astronaut database, right? But when they're talking about astronauts, they realized that they really couldn't tell the story of human space exploration without telling the story of the animals that went first. You know, we're talking about the dogs, that one cat, and lots of primates. So they made this non-human database, and Jamie was the guy who kind of led the way, and he learned so much while he was compiling this database of all these creatures that have been to space.
That's just so, I mean, it's just so fascinating. So, I mean, I've got to look at the negative too, you know, there's some, you know, things go up and don't come back alive. So was there some issues there too?
Absolutely. You know, this was in the 50s and 60s, so our outlook on animal rights and animal cruelty and things like that are very different now. So I would say this would not happen today. These dogs, of course, the very first dog that went up kind of became infamous. She did not survive the space flight, and the Soviet Union kind of tried to cover it up, and then they realized they needed to admit, you know, she was not alive and well, but she's still famous to this day, and many of those dogs are. But yeah, that's definitely part of the issue. And the scientists that trained these dogs, they became their pets. They spent time with their children at their homes, so it was a very emotional thing to send them off into a rocket that, you know, they might not come home.
Yeah. Was there anything you learned about in this episode that surprised you?
I learned that cockroaches were the first thing to breed in space.
Oh, of course they were.
Right.
They can do anything.
Exactly. I was not surprised, but at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much for that. And I know that the latest episode is live right now, so we can go check that out at clickorlando.com/space. And those episodes come out every other Wednesday. Always so much information chock full in each episode. So you can download those podcasts from wherever you like to get your podcasts, or go to clickorlando.com/podcast. You can also submit space questions to Emily at spacecurious.show.
I feel like I learned so much today.
It's always so fun.
Yes.